today's children, like Sean, that are in school, that are in primary school or in middle school, like and that will be going through college in the next sort of decade or two, how do you think they will be using generative AI? What will it mean to them? What will it mean to their lives?
I don't really know what the pace of change or innovation that's happening in this space just in the last few months is going to end up like 5 or 10 years from now. But I'll tell you that for me, the thing that's changed is I'm more and more frequently turning to this as effectively a Cliff Notes survey of a space that I want to become more familiar with. And it is as if you had an infinite library of Cliff Notes material, which lets you survey in breadth and then go deeper. Well, tell me more about that. Well, what are the details beneath that? Well, what's the research supporting that? And then you can even say, well, hey, what are some keywords that I can look for that will surface this kind of material? Then you go to the real internet, you go to Archive or you go to JSTOR, and you start getting the real in-depth research about this thing that you're looking for. So a dynamic conversational Cliff Notes of the entire world's information, to me, is amazing and will change education in ways that I don't think we can predict right now.
It's a little bit like, I don't know if you growing up had an actual paper encyclopedia, but I was lucky enough to have one. And it was the way I actually looked things up back in the day. Now I'm way dating myself, but still, that was knowledge as we understood it then. Like eventually came around Wikipedia, which also came with its concerns about the correctness and validity of the sources thereof. And now we have a conversational version of all of that, where you can ask a series of questions and it becomes a dialogue that you can use to explore incredible troves of knowledge. I find that fascinating, and I'm I think
you used the word paper. And so, whether you had Collier's or Britannica or World Book, and whether you have Wikipedia now, Wikipedia still acts like the paper. So if you are a student trying to produce novel thesis, you will still go to, whether it's World Book, article by article, putting tabs in there, making the note cards, then spreading those note cards out on the floor, looking at them all, trying to think what your connections are, organizing them. These are my main themes. These are the buckets. Okay, now I actually have a set of paragraphs. What are the details I need to know under there? Let me stop by the bibliography in the library and try to find materials so my teacher recognizes that I have cited people on this thing. This is all toil. So you have your idea and you're trying to inform your idea, but there's a tremendous amount of manual labor in this process. And the thing that I'm suggesting is that toil will become easier and you can spend more time, I think, on the thesis.
That's fascinating.
Anytime that happens, I think that's fantastic.
That's fascinating.